I'm going to mix English and Icelandic a little bit tonight, but I'm going to start with 2 small poems in Icelandic and then I'll move to English. Is the sound okay? Þetta ljóð svona tilfinningaleg efnahvörf. Við vorum í leik og í leiknum hvarf allt ofan í þig. Dúfa í pípuhatti töframanns, svartol heimilisryksugunar. Löngu hætt að flokka. Ruslur kristin uppfinning. Náttúran þekkir aðeins umbreytingu efnis. Já, þetta ljóður öspina. Ég var svolítið að pæla í hvernig að við erum með móðurtré, ætli tréð séu þá með móðurkomplexa líka. Sundruð frjókorn berukollunar fæðast til að sjúga fingur foreldris. Allir vasar hlíðarinnar úttróðnir af óskasteinum. Sammæðra aspir raða sér upp eftir hæð. Biðja fyrir íslensku blábirtunni að skap hennar mildist. Alright, then I'm gonna move to English. So I really love the theme, the sea in between, because I think like the sea is this perfect metaphor for the subconscious and the psyche, and that there are all these places both in the ocean and in our own psyche that we can't really reach or really see, but we can sort of like throw a fishing line in there. So I've been working on these dialogues this last year. That's called Dialogue with Fire, where I ask different fire symbols anything that I want to know, which is a lot of things. So it's a conversation with a candle flame, conversation with a volcano spirit, and a conversation with a sun spirit. And I'm going to read a little bit, one question from my conversation with the candle flame. But first I gotta light the candle. Dear candle flame, I still struggle to distinguish between my own experience and the experience of others. I'm not sure where I end. What is imaginary and what is real? Am I insane? It's a little broken, so we'll see if it burns. You can only understand me through embodying me, through imagination. It dissolves the walls between us and allows this dialogue to take place. Once you understand the whole world, you have swallowed it whole and become it. To swallow is an act of love, and sometimes you feel the urge to swallow other people. To imagine it, which can only be done without repulsion or other acts of resistance from the emotional body, is to execute it in the imaginary realm. The imaginary is a hidden driving force, a motor pushing emotions up to the surface where they see continuation of movement. you still devalue both your imagination and your emotions. That is where our paths separate, because I would never do that. It is my bridge to others, my source of connection, and the wings I use for transport. Your imaginary thoughts affect others because you are simultaneously real and imaginary. If you were solely an imaginary being in some void, your thoughts too would be limited only to the imaginary realm. But because you are also physical, physicality is sprinkled into this porridge of daydreams, even without conscious awareness. Your hands are tainted by 1,000 unspoken wishes. Oh, how powerful a candle flame would be if it could move into the world with all of its knowledge and understanding, with hands to touch the world. But physicality seems to burden you humans, so you stop believing, as if to counteract this tremendous power of imagination you received in birth. Thank you.